Hi everyone, it's Adrian Leah. I wanted to show the yarn that I got today and the other day. This will be the last large haul that I have in the US. I'll still get yarn here and there. There's Juniper Moon Patagonia in the colorway Anthracite that I'll be getting for to go with another yarn for a garment that I'm going to cast on. Um, that's in a store in the area where I'll be popping in to see how things are in the pharmacy. I'll be there for a couple hours. I'm going to my storage unit, and another important thing I'm doing there is getting my car clean and detailed because I'm preparing my car to sell before I move overseas. So I am starting to sort my things out more. I have been getting my stuff out of the car and seeing what I'm going to keep, what I could take on the plane. Um, I'll be taking the furniture out of the storage unit. So it's good that things are moving forward in that way. For this video, I am super excited about a yarn that I was able to see and feel and touch in person. It's a Portuguese yarn, and I haven't seen it in any other store, and it popped up. I decided to go because it's in the same state that my godmother's in. It's still a drive. It was 2 hours to get there, and it's right outside New York, but it was a blast going there and to see the store and um, the knitters as well. So I did get a greeting because I was talking to the owner about the yarn because I was thinking about going up there, but with the DC traffic, I wasn't going to get there until near closing, so I decided to hold off a couple of days and then go the day that I went. And conveniently, it rained after I finished going into the store. It wouldn't affect the whether I would go or not, but it was nice that the drive went smoothly. Um, it was actually in the area where I had to take the exam to send to the immigration agency for the application. So I'll show that afterwards. I was in my area, or the area that my godmother's in, and I passed by Hobby Lobby, I went into Hobby Lobby to get the last couple of things. There was this 30% off sale on the yarn, and I wanted to get what I have been planning on getting because I will sell the car and I might need to Uber places. Um, so I don't have a reason to go in there. I picked up a second skein of I Love This Cotton in the colorway Buttercup. So this is what I'm using for one of my garments, and it's been so just such a fun knit because I switched out one of the cotton yarns that I was using to this one, and it's so much more drapier and just it feels elegant to work with, and I have been enjoying knitting on it because the cotton yarn it feels soft because I usually work with I would say more rustic yarn. I like to work with non-superwash yarn a lot, especially for my color work, and it tends to lean on uh, the rougher side, but it's still soft in its own way, and I love it. I love the properties that it has. So, the other yarn that I got that I really wanted to try, that I wanted to try for a while, I just didn't have a project that I would think to use it for, or that I have to use it for. I still don't technically have one, but this was like the only yarn that I was really keen on trying. The cotton yarn is nice. I do have a darker shade of the reds. Why did I say red? Of yellow. The colorway curry and the colorway um, aspen. So it's like an aquatic teal color and a darker yellow, and I'll use that in another project. But I really love using wool. They have one line, it's I love this wool naturals, and it's 100% wool. I love this cotton, it's 100% cotton. I really like to see the fiber content because I like when my garments are breathable, um, while still keeping me warm. So that's in the colorway cocoa, and it's an unusual shade for me to have in my yarn stash because I don't have many of these shades at all. So I got three of them, and I wanted to make a garment out of them. I love this shade, and it stood out to me since it's a natural wool color. Um, I didn't see like charcoal or like a black. It's not super common, so that's understandable. There were other shades too, but I really love this one. So it's 113 grams each. That's great, and I'm gonna pair it off with another color to do some color work. So the I love this cotton yarn is 100 grams. And I'll put this in the bag next to me before I show the other things. I did get buttons on sale. So I was between two buttons, but they were all on sale, and they already have discounted buttons, but I got them even more discounted. So I was thinking of whether or not I wanted to make the next garment into a cardigan. It's something that I like to do. Once you seek something, you just want to make everything into a cardigan, at least for me, because it's just so convenient. I would say that I use the cardigans the most, then the cropped sweaters, and then the regular sweaters. I don't have many regular sweaters anyway, but I was thinking about these because I usually, um, wow, I forgot what I was going to say. I usually um, use 10 buttons for my garments, even if I don't button it all the way up. It's nice to have just in case you want to. And then, but I saw these and I really like them, but they only come with 8 buttons for the two. So this was 37 cents each, and then the other one was 99 cents each. So buttons can add up. and I get them while I can. If I see something um, that's a good price for them, because I'm not much of like a button buyer, I would say. And another note, I am kind of wondering what's going to happen with the uh, electric spinning wheel because it's never happened before. I've ordered a couple of things from Ukraine. I ordered my backpack, my needles case, um, decks, and I have this angel that I got from Ukraine too, and I didn't even need to sign for them. And so for this one, I'm not sure what happened because at first, like the notifications that they were saying was like it was getting forwarded somewhere else, and then I was asking about it, and they were saying it was the post office that they sent it to the wrong location, and now they're fixing it. And then all of a sudden they're like return to sender, that it doesn't have a valid address. And I was on the phone with customer service 3 times to verify, yes, this is the name and this is the address that it's going to, just to let the people know that it's fine to send it there. And they had to match the name to the address on their license anyway, and they didn't send it, so I have to ask again. Um, we'll see how that'll go because I'm not going to ask for a refund or anything. I don't want to get the money back. I feel like they could use the money for other things, maybe to help with like food or supplies. Um, Maybe it might be easier to ship it to me when I live in the UK. Um, I don't know how to decipher UK addresses right now, but I'll definitely figure it out. Um, it's funny when I was shipping to one of my friends, a tarot reader in Estonia. She gave me her address, and I had to like check it like 20 times because it was so long. It is on the countryside, and I was like, oh, trying to fill it out on the paper, and I was really hoping it would get to the right place. I was like, being like, please let me put this in correctly. And so, I don't mind, and if I have to wait for it, because unfortunately, with the state that the certain areas of the world is in, and I guess in general, it I would say I could pop in to get it myself, but I will be doing some traveling that's kind of yarn related too. So I will say like Latvia. I really want to go there, like Riga, um, Estonia, Poland. So those are on the list right now. I saw a clay pot too. That was cool. It was like from Bulgaria, and I saw it at the store, and I'm like, that'd be nice. But I was also thinking, agents, stop adding more heavy things to your move. So I'll see how it goes with the um, shipping and everything. It was just like such a surprise because I've never had this happen before, so I don't really know what to make out of what is going on with the post office, but I definitely put my input on it, or I was not shy about writing what happened because I am like, that's really unfortunate that that would happen. So, um, the world works in mysterious ways, so I'm sure with whatever happens that it'll be in good it would be good. Good virtue, maybe like, well, I would say like definitely good favor too, because um there was, pure intention there. So I'll show the Portuguese yard now. I put the yarn in front of me. It was in a bag, and I kept this because I did get the stitch, sorry, like the needle tops. This it says stitch stoppers from Minnie and Pearl, and I don't have many stitch stoppers. I did have like one of those full sets, but me being me, I wanted to have like the ones that kind of look like eraser tops that are different. And it was funny because like I was there and I was of course I was talking to the owner on the phone before I went there, and they knew who I was. And so um she was showing me the different stitch stoppers, and some of them were like the F bomb, and so it had the letter F, and it was a bomb. If you know that reference, well, it's just it means like the F word. And then there was another one that was like inappropriate. It just said, well, it didn't have anything inappropriate other than the words on it. But I thought that was interesting too. Um, and then there was like skulls with the flower crowns. So there's a black and red one, and there was just like a darker like the knitting or the yarn store wasn't necessarily um that whole aesthetic, but it had like a lot of those accessories that tend to lean towards those things. And um I would say that they really celebrate like during the fall season type of area, which is fun. I chose the ones that had apples, so I already have it on the project, and I work on this here and there because it's just plain knitting at this point, but I feel like I'll get a lot of it done, and I'm going to do like shorter sleeves on it anyway. So the stitch stoppers are here, and I just thought it was really fun. I have this one, and then I have the sunflower one. Then I went through the Retrosaria yarn. So the yarn is um, sorry, is the Retrosaria brusca. So this is the band on it. This is color way number or A587. That has the lot number. It's made in Portugal. These are 50 grams, so I got three of them. It would be the contrast color for pattern that I got for free from doing the test knit from Jenna Costet, and I really love it. It's going to be red and black. That's why I wanted to get the anthracite. I do have one more anthracite caked up in the storage unit that I can actually get to. It's in the bag that is accessible, but I will need more of it. And the sweater that I have test knitted for, that's only scrap yarn because that was the inspiration for the pattern for the designer. So this is Rosa Pomer's yarn, and it is made from the fine wools of Saloia and Portuguese Merino, two native sheep breeds from Portugal. So I'm happy that I saw it in person because when I first talked to her, I wanted the other red shade, and I was so keen on like getting that one, and I was like thinking maybe I'll just like buy it and then she'll have it set aside for me anyway. And then I got in there and I went through the yarn and I'm like, I should just get this one. I will say I do love this. I feel like it would be a great contrast color for my garment. I really love the Latvian wool, the hobby wool red. And so it's this top one, I use the scrap from it, and this red is different. So it has like a berry red color, and I really love it. Um, that's another reason why I wanted to go. Well, that was one of the main reasons why I wanted to go to Riga. And I love the colorways. I have um, the swatch, like the yarn. What is it? Like the chart, like the sample chart, or like uh, the where they have like the different yarn shades, and so you could see exactly what the yarn is to pick from. And they're so inexpensive. Super, super, super inexpensive, but the shipping is so expensive because you're like thinking it's like around $3 for like the 50 grams, which is still super inexpensive, at least for the yarn that I get here. And then the shipping is like $18, and it increases like the more that you put in your cart. So I think like I'll just go and I'll see the yarn. I already know that yarn, but I'm sure there's more yarn there. I have the books. There was a new book that came out too. So I will have to make a trip there. And I wanted to see the other things, other places, and um, sightsee. I don't know a lot about the areas that I'll be going to, but I'm sure I'll read about them and experience them myself when I go there. Wasn't um, sorry, there wasn't a lot of substance to that sentence, but I I really want to go in person. So I got the three skeins, 50 gram, well, yeah, skeins of the Richisaria brusca, and then I got one skein of the color C584 because I really, really wanted to see this one. There was another shade that I wasn't sure if that would be the color to go for or this one to go for because of, when you take pictures of it and then the lighting and everything. So I am happy I was able to see it too. Oh my God, sorry, my pillow. Um, so this is the yarn from, like in the Portuguese knitting book, there's the Algibera pouch, and I've knit it a couple of times. I've knit it the way that the pattern is for a lot of it. Of course, I modified it because I didn't make it a drawstring, and then this one I made into a taro bag, and it has a button on it. So I wanted to make another taro bag, and it's using the Retrosaria yarn. And I don't know if I can get a better. No, it's not. Mm, Never mind. But I am so happy that I got this one. I'm sure if you look at their different colors that they have, you'll kind of be able to see it. But if you look at the Algibera pouch, that would be the color that it leans or that it is. So the last, technically two items, and they're also 50-gram hanks. That's why I got two of them, are like the breeds yarn, and they're the same one. I got 100 grams to to use as a contrast color for a project. But I love trying different breeds of sheep wool. And this one is the Roya Relikina Wool Dreamers. So it is, the flock is elves, belladors, and it's 65% Lana Roja, Malakina, and 35%. No, I'm sorry. The English version, 65% Malarian red wool, 35% merino wool. Then the flock elves, belladors. So I really liked these, and they're super woolly. You can smell it, like the lanolin in it, and they feel really nice. So this would be using what was it, 2.25 millimeter or to a 3.5 millimeter needle, and this is using uh, 4 millimeter needle. So that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in another video. Bye. I think that's it.